So transportation or assignment problems, or getting the feasible solution from various types of computer technique methods such as simplex methods, tabular method, so dual simplex, or you know all about this quantitative model where we have all certain calculations. So in this case, computers are very quite useful in the case of solving the process. So one more approach is a system approach. So this approach usually shows a classical and behavioral, and also could be applied with the quantitative techniques. So there are many key concepts of this system approach. So here you could see how does it works, what are the set of inputs and outputs for a system approach. So as you know, when you say inputs, it is a man, money, machine, material. Along with that, see you could see 4 M's over here. That is, you have man, you have money, that is finances, machine, and material. So these are all the inputs for processing that helps in transformation through applications of the workforce and using certain technology. The technology may be computer concepts or a quantitative approaches. So using these set of inputs, so we are going to process ultimately the at the other end is a product that you deliver or the services. That analysis that helps you to identify what are the profits, what are the losses, ultimately whether the customer is satisfied or not with the help of a marketing team. And we have an ethical behavior. So all this in turn connected to the processing again. So you could take the feedback from both the outputs and the processing. So you could see what is a system. Again, a part of quad theory. Objects is consist of objects, people, and procedures with the environment. So where there is a predetermined objective. So let me move to the next slide. So it is all about the system. How does the system looks like, and what all the uses. System type approach helps in better planning. A prediction is a quite faster, that is quick perception. And when it comes to the complexities, the few of the limitations, that is a system approach may be complicated in the sense only technical people maybe try to understand the concepts of quantitative techniques or the numerical analysis. In simple words, it might be quite different for the non-technical people to understand the process. And when I say system approach, so definitely when it comes technical, it is quite expensive compared to the other approaches. So overall, you could see the view says that there is no one best approach to management for all situations. In fact, it depends upon the kind of situation, or it depends upon the kind of objectives of an organization wherein you need a survival. So which approaches would be the best? It depends upon the kind of situation that you define. So I'll go with the concept of planning. So we just started planning in general, not in depth, like unit. It is a separate chapter you have, but covered in the module. This so planning. So in simple words, nothing could be done without planning. That is, if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. That is a famous word we have. That is, if you don't have a proper plan, so without which you cannot achieve the objective. In fact, it is the beginning of the process management. So management stepping stone is a planning. The manager has to plan before he can possibly do any kind of management activity, such as staffing, organizing, directing, or controlling. Similarly, it is an intellectual process. So the definition from Peter Drucker you can show. So planning helps. How does it helps you track through the current status that you could see here using a graph? So the nature of planning has to be explained with the graphical example. So importance of planning. Usually it minimizes the risk and uncertainty. So I can give an example. How does it minimize the risk and uncertainty? So in today's, usually in complex organization or a competitive organization, so one cannot rely upon only one point to make any certain decision. In fact, if you say planning means determining the future, it is wrong. Planning doesn't deal with the future decisions, but what could be the future for my present? That is an important in the case of planning. So it is not that simply you determine the future based on the current situation, so identify the correct decisions. So it helps to lead the process. So the lead success means the planning guarantees definitely that it might lead the success. That is, a chance of getting a success would be more if a proper planning is being done. So definitely it focuses on attentions on organizational goals, facilitates the control, it helps in a good training, minimize the waste and redundancy. So all these points you can elaborate. So forms of planning. This I have shown it in one of the class. So we have two types of major plans, that is strategic plan and tactical plan. I'll directly come to the difference between strategic plan and tactical planning so that you to follow the concepts easily. So in the case of strategic plans, major goals and policies of the resources will be made, whereas in the case of tactical, use of resources, how effective you use the resources, that is being used in tactical plan. So I shown you one of the PPT where is strategic planning is done and where is tactical plan. Tactical plan is being done at the lower management level and the strategic is done at the higher level. So here is a point, it is at the higher level, it is at the lower level, and strategic is always a long term and it is a short term. There are different types of plans. Single use plan, that is, it is not repetitive. Once it is used, we are not going to reuse it or not repeated. So whereas repetitive, so here one of the case studies he has given taken. So the people who are not given the attendance can give meanwhile with the lecture. So in fact, he has elaborated what is an objective, what is a plan, what is the objective. So if in fact, if the concept is on clearly what is an objective, so objective means it is same as if like a goal or the aim which the management wishes to achieve, or I would say the target. So you could see the major difference here between the objective and purpose. Purpose is a primary role defined by the society. So that continues towards the aim. So what is a strategy? In fact, you have to go in detail. What is a policy? This is an important concept, policy. So usually anything that you do based on certain sort of instructions or the steps. So policy is in general, it is a guideline for decision making. Before you take any sort of decisions, you come under certain rules and regulations or the procedures to follow up. So here the few of the examples. So what is the advertisement policy? To avoid cutthroat competition with its rivals. You know about the news agencies. How do they compete with each other in order to present current news? The way of interpretation with respect to the vocabularies. To attract the customers. If it is a recruitment policy, select the best possible candidates to the vacancy. So it is one of the guidelines in order to achieve the objective. So we have lot many concepts, policies. What are policy and process? It's very important concept. Then we have a method. Then we have to go for organizing. What is the meaning of organization? So today, as of now, let me finish this policies. So every agency will have their own policy. So if it is a simple example of an engineering college, so what could be the policy? Policy in the sense to you impart a good knowledgeable knowledge to the students such a way that there should be a good technical people to impart a good education in technical manner. So that could be an education policy. So here are the types of policies being given. So we can go through all this stuff. The basic question could be asked, what is the difference between policy and procedure? So let me wind up with these. The major difference between policy and procedure. The policy is the instructions or the guidelines to both thinking and action of people at the higher level. So whereas the procedures are simple procedures only at the lower level management or the lower levels. So policy helps in achieving the objective, whereas procedure helps in the way of implementing the procedures or the target. So in fact, I have not gone with this because of time constraint. What is a procedure? So you could go through these concepts from the notes that I have given it.